You know where we at.
King and Queen Radio.
Home of Sister Dubang Show. Home of Sister Dubang. You are now tuned in to KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com. And you know where you are at. You are live and direct with the best Sister Dubang. Host here, that's Debonair. You know, bringing the energy for y'all here.
King and Queen Radio.
Let's go.
Tú y yo nos unimos como voy a ser debajo del fuego. Una pasión que nació sin pensarlo. Tú me tienes volando en un viaje soñando. Loco por tenerte, te quita mi bebé. Ella, todo de ti preciosa. Ella, que tú eres una cosa hermosa. Lo que sea con su boquita deliciosa. Mi corazón me rosa, si lo cuando así me toca, oye. Ella, todo de ti preciosa. Ella, que tú eres una cosa hermosa. Dime lo que sea con su boquita deliciosa. Mi corazón me rosa, si lo cuando así me toca, oye. Para describirte, pero me llegaste para siempre cambiarme. Mujeres como tú, así no existen. Para sanar el dolor tú viniste. Gracias a mío porque cada día me salvaste. Pude sentirte como nunca antes. Solo suerte, mi manita rosa, miles de miradas amarte. Ella, porque de ti preciosa. Ella, que tú eres una diosa. Su boquita deliciosa. Mi corazón me osa, pero cuando así me toca, oye.
I'm taking y'all Holy Spirit tonight. I'm about to vibe out the way y'all supposed to be. See, the way you're supposed to be. Praying to God like you're supposed to be. Kicking your feet out like you're supposed to be. You know where you at. KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com, home of Sister Dubang at SisterDubang.com. Dig me. Oh, I got a little squeeze for y'all.
Sister Dobong, gifted reader, and healer Sister Dobong will help you with lucky numbers, help with money and love problems. She promises you better days. She's waiting for your call right now. 718-253-7273. She specializes in getting your loved one back in your life. 718-253-7273.
Oh my goodness. May I remind you about the other number, 718-676-0820. If you need to call in and Sister Dubang get your readings heard, you know the loving is all up in the air. What you need to do is not be so absurd and make that call. Yes, indeed. Oh, do we have a call early already? Let's see what the people got to say. Hello, you are on air at KingandQueenRadio.com. May I ask who this?
Hi, my name is Aaron Bates. Could you hear me?
Ooh, loud and clear, Aaron. Much love, much love. Let them know what you got.
I just want to do my shout out. Monday night, if anyone listening, if you would like to promote your business and music on our radio station today, please, if you're interested, please give me a call at 732-666-8403. It's Aaron Bates, the marketing manager for King and Queen Radio and Brooklyn Station and the talk show 93.5 FM. Please give me a call, 732-666-8403. And if you call and get my voicemail, always leave your name and number and I'll call you back. And have a great show, Dina.
Much love, much love, much love. You know how that goes. Sister Dubang.
Have a great one. Good night.
Good night, good night. Now, to those people out there, you know, your special reading is on the way because you got that feeling and you're gonna have that more. And you know what that's gonna do? Make a call, Sister Dubon. So much more.
And BrooklynStation.com, the #1 station with 93.5 FM, promoting artists daily 24/7. Check us out, the best in promoting. Call us now, 718-253-4239. Phone, phone, phone.
En un viaje soñando, lo que puedo tener cerquita, mi bebé. Bella, bella, porque de ti preciosa. Bella, bella,
Y'all feeling good.
una diosa hermosa. Poquito caprichosa y me enloquece con su boquita deliciosa. Mi corazón maravillosa, cielo cuando así me toca, oye. Bella, bella, porque de ti preciosa. Bella, bella.
Those that are right now, I know you're on a diet. I know you want to cheat your meal today. You already behaved so wonderfully. Why don't you go ahead and eat that souffle? Am I right?
Corazón maravillosa, cielo cuando así me toca, oye. Bella, bella, porque de ti preciosa. Bella, bella, que tú eres una diosa. Poquito caprichosa, me enloquece con su boquita deliciosa. Mi corazón maravillosa, cielo cuando así me toca, oye.
Oh, this song, I know y'all want me to run this back, so I will do that when the show is here.
Oye, yo, Pico, Lucy, you know, estamos tú y yo, buscando pista, yo.
Hey, before we get into this next run, I want to say shout out to King Lots and all the team and Team Africa. You know, King and Queen Radio doing the biggest. You know how we do it. The most best, most influential, most iconic place that you could ever stumble across. Listen to your eardrums ring when you hear us. It looks like a petty pat of a pity pee ping. Now for this, I need y'all to enjoy yourselves. And plus, we got so much on the way.
Actually, she's the best. You have to go and just listen to her. She is the truth. She will cause all troubles that you have. She will cure it. Anything that's on your mind, she will make you feel right at home.
King and Queen Radio.
Whatever troubles, worries that you have, Sister Dubai is the lady to call her. She will work with you. She will spiritually just cure your mind, your soul, and she will absolutely be there for you in whatever you have, whatever troubles you have. She is the lady to see.
King and Queen Radio.
Please, please, I'm telling you, come see Sister Dubai. She is the best. She removes anything, any sickness, any worries, any problems that you may have. She will come to you. She will remove anything that you have surrounding you, negative energy, negative people, whatever it is. Sister Dubai is the one to see. Come and see her. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. Just come and see Sister Dubai.
King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio.
I was recommended to Sister Devon at 1752 Flat Avenue by a friend of mine because I was actually going through a whole bunch of stuff. And since I came here, I felt so much different, so much better. And I'm encouraging everybody because things could happen. You never know. And anybody who's going through what I think that I went through, I mean, just come to 1752 Flatbush Avenue and see this lady.
Home of Sister Dubong and SisterDubong.com, also KingandQueenRadio.com and BrooklynStation.com. You feel me? Please can continue.
And then you would get all the results that you need.
KingandQueenRadio.com.
King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen.
Freedom the suffering, freedom and offering, with the most silence we covering. We the children of God, we are stronger than iron. I and I blessings to you and your soul. There you go, Africa. There you go, Jamaica. Oh, there you go, Africa.
King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio.
There you go, Africa. There you go, Jamaica. There you go, Africa.
Shout out to King and Queen Radio. Shout out lots, Team Africa. You heard?
Something that is always using you is what I don't want to do. Is what I don't want to do. I think I'm losing you because of things I drew. You know what to do to keep me falling back into you. You'd have me dream, but instead I'm losing you. I've been sister over, and she say, he keep on using you, so he keeps on teasing you. Don't be finished with you.
What's up to all y'all listening out there?
You later,
Now to all of y'all out there wondering where we've been. We've been enjoying the weekend. I know y'all have. God bless everybody. God bless. Now, we'd like to introduce the queen. She is here live and
Good evening, good evening, good evening. And I know it's a festival, good time, and I know you all enjoying this holiday. And who's not enjoying it, you should be enjoying it because it's a big part of American culture, and we are part of American culture. And so many of our people have fought alongside other peoples to make this a great country.
Yes.
So we want to thank all the soldiers out there
All the fallen soldiers.
and everybody who got this country going, especially our black militants and all the ones that was on front line,
Yes.
and too many to even.
Salute our black kings out there.
That's
Salute
right.
our black
That's right.
veterans.
And I got a host alongside me today, and that's J.H. the Great. Hello, how are you?
What are you
Great,
doing,
feel
Jay?
great.
So, Jay, so how are you feeling this evening?
Feel blessed. Feel thankful to be on the show.
Yes, well, it's a pleasure having you on the show too. So we got a lot of things we're going to be talking about today. What do you think about today as a holiday?
Well, the train system took me a long time to get here to the station. Um, Shout out to Memorial Day. Hopefully everybody's safe. There's a lot of things happening in the city, and I just pray that everybody has a safe holiday.
Yes, you know that is really so true. It's what do you think about all the killing and all the stuff going on now in the world? Do you think it's a change? It's always been that way, and now they're just making it seem like it's more now. They are talking about
The economics in New York City is we're still coming out of a pandemic, so housing is a tough thing in New York City. Housing rent is going up, going from higher. I want to say just 2,000 to 3,000. Housing is hard to obtain. Jobs, they're still not bringing people back in the offices of Manhattan. So it's a few things that's affecting the community, not just New York City, all over the world, but definitely New
it.
York City.
Well, do you think our mayor will be able to handle the project that he put into now?
He's doing the best he can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he really was brought in a situation. Isn't it strange how the people of color they come in on the worst end of and they have to get things started. But so far, it looked like he's doing a lot of things. He's bringing a lot of good things. What do you feel about that?
He's doing what he can. Again, the legislation has to pass the right laws. We have to get better paying jobs. We have to be ownership. We have to take care of ourselves as people, not just black people, all people.
So, and I'm gonna ask you as well. We got our host, Dominic,
What do you
Gabby,
do?
and there's the Dominic. Tell me something. How do you feel about the gun law?
Oh, the gun laws at this point is, you know, that word they say for outlandish or crazy, absurd, cockamamie. That's that word they be saying, like to just to give a verbiage on how crazy it's been going. How I feel is it's disgusting. It's been about how many hundreds of years since we already had this Bill of Rights law already implemented, and we see the disaster that it caused, all the murders, all the killings, and how easily attainable it is to have a gun or get a gun.
Okay, then let's take it to the reality. I understand. I guess it's like half of the firecrackers. Or I forget. It is a holiday, so this is not folks somebody shooting out there in case you hear it. Okay, because one time we was doing a show and someone called in and said someone was shooting and the police is at the door. So,
Right.
so you know that's I had to warn them that's the firecrackers going off. It's a holiday. But I want to ask you a simple question. Do you think that infringes the amendment law of having the rights to have a gun?
Well, in New York City, there's no self-defense law. I believe, like as in Florida, where it stands your ground. I think it's almost illegal to even have a gun in New York City without a permit. Obviously, you got to go through the proper channels and things of that nature, but the laws are what they are.
They are what they are, and then the South really, you can't take the law out the South because you are absolutely correct, and a lot of people don't see that. That's why it's never going to really pass. You're looking at New York. Maybe they can get passed in New York only, but the South, you own land, you own property. People can invade your property down there and take everything you got, and you can't defend yourself. What are you supposed to do? Lose your farmland, lose everything because you can't have a gun to defend your property?
When you think about it, right? They have almost the same type of right in Jersey, right? So you could defend yourself in Jersey. Like, say someone broke into your home, you could defend them, but you can't shoot them. And if they turn around trying to run out, you can't go after them. So
But how would you prove that?
right? But that's another thing, because in different states, certain varies of loopholes within the law are different in each state. Like over here, we can't have the right to bear arms. Even if we have a permit, we have to have it locked and concealed somewhere in the glove compartment, even in a case or in a home, in a closet or in a safe. So you can't really even legally pull out or brandish a gun in this city. And
So maybe they should ban it from New York, but that's only going to increase in knives.
true,
What do
but
you think? People making swords now. I actually see people making homemade swords.
sounds like some shits to me. You know the shit.
Yeah, they got yeah, they make. So it's always going to be violent, but it need to be controlled. And how do you control it? I think they're doing a good job by bringing back the centers now where kids can go on the weekends and play ball and get together. But if you got these kids going around and shooting up the places, then kids gonna get scared to go there, and
Yeah.
eventually you're gonna have that to happen. The gangs ain't gonna want. They need members.
And some of them
So they're gonna first attack the kids. So the mothers don't want to send them there no more.
yeah, because the gang, yeah, true, the gangs are targeting them, and if they're not targeting them, the drug dealers are targeting them. And if they're not targeting them, there's people that want to use them for their better opportunities. That's not against their selfish gains, but it's definitely against that child's safety.
Well, that's amazing. Well, folks, we're live on WBIP 93.5 FM, King and Queen Radio, and I have a host alongside me, and be hosting the show with me, and that's J.H. the Great. And we want to find a little bit about J.H. the Great. The Great, can you tell our audience a little bit about your history and a little bit about you?
Well, the name came from basketball. 2K, everybody knows my handle as the Great One. So obviously that was I can't with Apple they don't like numbers. So I just named myself JH the Great. I was always JH the Great. I just was on the basketball and everybody knew my handle for playing 2K. A little bit about myself, coming down from Flatbush. Everybody knows me over Clarkson or Winthrop. You know, I visit over there a lot of times. So and then also near Barclays Center, Atlantic Center, Fulton, Fulton shopping at Fulton Mall. Just shout out to Brooklyn. I'm all about Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn in the house. Well, we all Brooklynites at that point. I'm not really from Brooklyn, but Brooklyn has been my home. So I guess where you live and get the culture from it, that's your home, right?
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is keeping good. And shout out to all the girls out there listening to us right now. Bronx and Queens, Staten Island, and Harlem. Yes, we came this out on Harlem. So, folks, you're listening to a great show. We're going to take you back to some music. Don't forget our sister, the bomb. And I know you out there going through some trials and tribulation. Later on, I'll be telling you a little things going on in your life. And if you like to call in tonight to ask one free question, to ask for one horoscope reading on yourself, the number you can call in tonight is 718-253-4239, 718-676-3666. 0820. I see you started off with the music. What was language? Was that Spanish? Because it was a chopped up Spanish if it was.
Oh yeah, that was next type of. It's a mix of some Latin and Afro beat.
Oh,
It was some crazy, right?
yeah, because I says, wait a minute now, it sounds Spanish, it's got Spanish words, but it seems like it's got something else in it, and something else, so it gave me a little twist there.
You know what that's called? That's called elevation of some good music. Hey, now we ain't getting chopped off air. You know what that means.
Okay, so folks, we're going to be bringing your new music all together on this show.
Okay.
They won't be throwing us off the air. So all my Caribbean people out there, there we go, Jamaica. You're going to be getting different styles of music because I get tired of playing the same music, good music, reggae music. Next thing you know, it's off the air. So we a legal station. We are everything legal. 93.5 is a legal station. So everything we gonna do is legal. So you're gonna get used to hearing good music that's legalized music that the artists are getting paid. So we support the artists out there. So you're gonna hear new music. So it's gonna be a whole different program. So enjoy.
King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio.
You should stay home tonight. You should make love all night. Can we stay home tonight? Make up this broken light. You should stay home tonight.
KingandQueenRadio.com 93.5 FM.
Stay home tonight. Make up this broken light.
Girl, I want you to only let it you. Hold you close to me and let my feelings in my throat. Taking lessons with me until you need you close to me. Just think I believe the last one, baby, cause I wanna see it. Making love all night, I crazy, you hold me down, but I love you when you get to form my baby, cause you're nice.
You should stay home tonight. You should make love all night. And we stay home tonight. Make up this broken light. Make up this morning light.
93.5 FM.
Make up this broken light. We are not lucky like a drum set. We are not just like a. It's like a rhythm when the instrument that's up just like a. It's like she riding and she pedaling just like a biker. It's like a Nike, just do it like that. It's like a. Every single touch and every single clip. Girl, listen, don't I look back and reminisce. In these loving arms, we want to squeeze the like a this.
King and Queen Radio.
In a minute. One in a million. Special to me, one in a million. Special to me, Ain't nothing average. Up the way you wind your way. And everything you ever seen up the place. Tell us the devil, but some of them not good. Yeah. Sorry, bad girl, me have today. I know the ways for me hot girl. Ain't no fun without a bad girl. She don't go down. She can make a girl touch the ground. Girl, you a real party animal. The way you wind is phenomenal. She can make a girl touch the ground. Don't go down. Na. Working the na. Working the na. Hope you are ready, cause I'm ready to when you raise and give you all the stuff.
Wow, beautiful music. We were just talking about, you want to tell us just what happened here in the news? We're just talking about knives. Listen to this, folks.
Yes, on East 63rd Street and 3rd Avenue on Upper East Side, a man got randomly stabbed. And it was just a random, unprovoked attack, as he said, multiple times in the back of the arm.
Well, just what I just finished telling you. You get rid of the guns. In the 70s and 80s, they was using all kind of ratchets, knives, all kind of swords, and all kind. So now they'll go back with machetes and all the rest.
No, if I can ask you a question, how do you stop illegal guns? Because you're stopping people from getting legal guns, but you're not going to stop illegal guns. How do you stop that?
Well, the way you stop illegal guns, you can't, because human beings can invent iron and put it together. If caveman could do it with a slingshot, because all you had to do, remember, just get the shoe tongue from a shoe, and that tied with some string and wire.
Yup. That's a zip gun.
And you got a gun.
That's a zip gun. That's a 70s.
So the only reason a gun was invented, probably they wanted to make more money and seal bullets, but show the caveman show wasn't using no gun. They was using bow arrows. So you can throw dots. They used to have the dot man going around throwing dots. No ideas, folks. This is for just knowledge, not to give you any ideas. But anyway, you got people who's out there practice how to come up with something.
Yeah, they're coming out with ghost guns, and it's almost untraceable to find these people.
The whole idea of life is sad to say. A lot of people don't want to say, if you don't have a religion or some type of something to keep people to have a conscience, to believe if you hurt the fellow man, you're going to be hurt back. Something going to happen to you badly with the one you love. They're going to continue doing it because they don't have no heart, no feeling, and so you can take off all the guns out of town. It's not going to stop that man from doing what he's doing if you don't raise your kids in that old-fashioned manner, that have manners and have respect for your fellow being. Once you got rid of the religion, I don't care what religion, you need something to put people to understand. Because look at the countries with no religions, they're all ruthless. So America's coming like Russia and all the rest. Same thing. No God, no religion. What you think people gonna do? Do whatever they want to do. So now you're gonna have the government to come over you and dictate you and put all kind of stiff laws on you, and they control. It become a police state. That's simple.
I feel like most of this.
That's where it's leading. What do you think?
I concur.
Police state. That's what it gonna happen.
Basically, what's really going on, what I'm noticing, all of this, most of the violence and the ignorance is spawning from ignorance, but it's also from lack thereof. Like people who don't care to invest in themselves or love themselves are lashing out or redirecting exactly what they're refusing to do for themselves and redirecting it on others. So you got people like me and you can walk by down the street. Me and you, JT the Great, we could walk down the street right now. And guess what will gonna happen? Somebody who don't love themselves, who is really unexperienced with life or is just ignorant or just a combination of all the above is gonna look at us and wonder, what in the world are we looking at when we walking past them and they the ones looking at us? Do you get that concept?
Yes, I do, and I know this world is not going to change if you don't
Change for it.
have kids that understand a conscious. You're raising kids with computer and no conscious.
Yeah, they're kind of
So they're already a robot without knowing it. They already operate machine. Even though they're a kid, they operating from a machine.
How you feel about the kids between this day and age and when you were growing up? Was it like
Well, it's the whole idea. We touched, we played, we got to know each other. You had to understand the person. You didn't have a machine where you can just go on and meet anybody. And okay, I don't like this one, I'm going to the next. I don't go on. Well, you're never gonna like nobody because everybody look good. Because everybody right now, the most ugliest person in the world thinking they look good. Once they put that camera to their face, you can't tell them nothing.
especially if they put a filter on it?
So everybody look good, and they have that right. Humans have the right. In those days, there was a lot of bullying going on. It really was.
Yeah.
You was too skinny, and you was too big, and and it's still going on, but it's not as bad as before because people began to realize I'm a person now. Who are you to tell me what I should look like? And they have that right. Before, people dictated how you should look.
Yeah, or how you should act
and what you should wear. But there's a way they could have changed the world by making people understand such thing as pride. And they taught people not to have shame. We taught people you should be ashamed of certain things. Kids now don't have no shame in nothing. Kid will walk right in your house, go right in your bedrooms, jump on your bed with shoes on, everything. The mothers don't say anything.
Yeah.
Walk in from the street, go in the refrigerator, don't wash their hands. Then you wonder why disease all over the place. Well, those old ways need to come back some kind of way. If not, it's going to be a lot of destruction and more disease. So what's going to happen, this generation can die off fast.
But this generation is stuck on the YOLO mentality. Even though that trend has phased out, they still live that mentally. Like,
well, you see, basically everybody believe in the money, and only money is the only thing you believe in. Then sure enough, that would be your destruction. Because when there's no money, what you gonna do? Kill the next man and try to get it?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's going on. They don't know how to live off of sharing with others. Sharing, you don't have now. Okay, I'm gonna help you. No. You ain't got no money. I don't have no money. I'm gonna take yours.
Yeah, it feels like we lost the humane and humanity.
There you go. That's why I say we all computers. Anybody want to join this conversation? You're sitting in your house. Do give us a call, 718-253-4239, 718-676-0820. And I want to tell you something about J.H. the Great. He is a rapper, and I would love for him to throw me a couple clean verses out there and show that good talent you got. Wow. Some clean verses.
Unfortunately, I don't have no clean verses at this time.
Okay.
That's for the later show. It's coming soon. Right. I want to be on quiet. I know this is sister's show, so Brooklyn Don. They know I have a new single out, Trap Industry, Brooklyn Don, JH the Great. It's through Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Amazon. I'm even over in China, but right now it's just sister show, so I'm gonna let her do the talk show.
Well, when you go do the R&B show, you should start anytime now. You want to start what day so I can get the audience? Next week will be good.
Yeah.
So we'll start you off next week. That'll be well, we'll set the timing up because we got Dominic.
Well, if they want to hear some rhymes, it's gonna probably be after dark. It's gonna be during dark time.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do after dark. Because I know you got some good stuff with you. You know, you.
I don't want to get us shut down on the first day.
Well, you know what? You're a Brooklynite, so I can imagine what you come up with. You know, you're a real true. Coming from Winthrop, I already know where you coming from, okay? Because I lived over there, Parkside Avenue Court, so and we know that area very well.
Shout out to family that was on Flatbush, Dead End on Westbury Court. You already know the fair. You already know how that goes.
There, Winthrop, ain't no joke over there. So you got some good lyrics coming out of it. And I came from Bed-Stuy, do or die. So that I know the deal.
Yeah, they let it fly.
All right, so we don't forget where we come from, but we know how to switch up and change folks. And that's how you have to be in life. You have to adapt to the system. You have to, if you want to succeed. If you want to just say, then you better be rich. You can do anything you want. Once you get like Jay-Z, you can do anything. You sit up and cuss, do anything you want to. You can do like that man went up there and slapped the man and say, what do you feel
I made a
about
song
that?
about that too. Oscar Night Fight, and I made an actual song about that.
Oh, you did? So what do you feel about that? Because I would like to discuss that with you a couple of seconds.
And Will Smith, I came from Will Smith's minds. Shout out to Chris Rock. He's from Brooklyn. All much love to the Rock family. But in Will Smith's mind, I know his Jada was getting on his nerves.
There you go.
And it was in his head.
There you go.
She said, do this, do that.
And if a black man would not have done that, he would have been looked down as the worst man on earth. You know, people need to tell the truth.
Yeah, by his woman, yeah, she's
if he would have sat there and let that man talk about her in front of, they would have disrespect him worse than ever.
Yeah, they don't know.
And then he go up there. He didn't really want to hit the man because if he wanted, he would have went up there and really punched him. So he had an open hand.
That was a swift one too.
That might have been worse.
Yeah, because a slap can make you see lightning.
Yeah.
Because the way that guy went back, that was a pretty good palm slap.
He had whiplash in the car.
We're not promoting slaps. We're not promoting anything. But I understand in his mind, he's going through a lot of stuff with family issues, and his kids. He's going through a lot. So it's unfortunate incident between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Hopefully everybody can heal through that. Hopefully Will Smith can do movies and shows again. You know, he's almost have a little blanket ban on him.
Well, but I think me and Dominique was talking, and I think he just wanted to retire. Sometimes people want to get out the industry. You know, when you get so much money, do you still really want to keep going on? You want to live that money, use it.
Will Smith was passionate. He still wanted to do it. It's just he was doing the marital issues. You know, I mean, I touched on a few things. I didn't touch a whole lot in the song. I don't know him personally. Let me put that out there, but I can see in people's mind like this is where he was coming from with what he's saying, what Jada's saying, and I just pieced it together. I don't know Jada. I don't know Will Smith personally, but I can see where he was coming at with why he did what he did.
Everybody else see it too.
Of course.
I mean, they don't want to see it because they want to get a joke out of it. Anything you do good, then they turn it bad.
Yeah, they like the lie.
You know, so yes, they just went the opposite. But everybody sees that he did the right thing as a man of color. So that's where we leave that from. So take you back to some music. Want to call in, folks? The number 718-253-4239. 718-676-0820. Don't forget to check out KINGANDQueenRadio.com. Directly on the webpage, we got some nice pictures up there. Will be put up for the parade, and if you miss the pictures, you're gonna see them. And
wonderful pictures.
Duvernay made some beautiful pictures. And you want to check out the parade? Go on King and Queen Radio / Brooklyn Station and check out the movie. Again, you may receive some phone calls with my voice saying all kind of stuff to you. Don't believe it. The hype is just that someone using a soundboard and they love my voice and everything I say. They got it going all over, calling people everywhere. So They having a good time until I go after them.
And just like that, steady.
King and Queen Radio.
Right now, I just what a vibe and just grab a woman, every man, grab a woman, every woman, grab a man and just.
This is safe, Minister
Rockstar,
Safe, representing for King and Queen Radio.
Rockstar,
Tina Collins.
Dance all everybody rock to this. Leave a good vibe. It is so bring rum, bring rum, bring rum, bring rum. And you know you some fish yourself. Sound a play with the back with your mouth and drink rum, drink rum, drink rum. Now get a trouble be up on the head. Celebrate like a smoking marijuana. Yeah, live on the corner. Yeah, but don't know what's next. Full of spicy flavor. Yeah, none of them together. Because these songs are together. Whenever we pop up, we create a scene and y'all come. Them come, people like them come. If a man in grey, be a light or night. Y'all them a check me with the sitting with tight. Y'all them looking clean alright. None of them left up. Subscribe, brand new shoes for me feet. Y'all them a tell me some need. Y'all belly flop like a Christmas sheet. Give them money for so we bleed. So me have to live up the father. Thank your father. You want a line up? Check the armor. Big up your darling. Big up your rasta. This all over one the
Want to say a shout out to Lot and all of my African team. Big up to Lot and all the African team out there.
There you go, Africa. There you go, Jamaica. There you go, Africa. There you go, Jamaica. There you go, Africa. Peace from the borderland. All over the world, love is paramount. Set you free from the suffering. Freedom is hovering. Wings of most I will be covering. We the children of lion. We are stronger than iron. Iron eye blessings to you and your soul. There you go, Africa.
That's right. If you want those beats, we got the beats waiting for you. To get this beat, we got plenty of beats like this on KingandQueenRadio.com. Go and purchase the beats on KingandQueenRadio.com. Beats by Live from Africa. We have them on KingandQueenRadio.com. Beats for sale. There we go, Jamaica and Africa.
Indeed. Here we go, Jamaica.
Celebrate like Jamaica. Smoking marijuana. They got the family corner. Yeah, but don't know what's never. Good full of spicy flavor. Yeah, man, the king together. Because beaches and sunny weather. Alright then, dance all everybody rock to this. Only a good vibes and happiness. So bring rum, bring rum, bring rum, bring rum. And if you need some pizza, so not play go the bar with your mouth and drink rum, drink rum, drink rum. Watch your mouth. Anyway, we step out with fresh and clean. Whenever we pop up, we create a scene and y'all come. Then come, you wanna then come. Be a celebrate like Jamaica. Smoking marijuana. Yeah, live on the corner. Yeah, but don't know what's never. Food full of spicy flavor. Yeah, I'm willing together. Because beaches and sunny weather. Alright then.
All right. Capricorn. Wow, all you Capricorns out there, how you feeling this evening out there? Capricorns, this is your time to save. Don't go spending your money now. It's time for you to invest more in you and your surroundings. All Capricorn, this is a lovely time for you to have yourselves a good time. I can feel the energy coming with you, Capricorn, with those triple twos. That's right, 222. You need to play that number, Capricorns. Capricorn, you got someone that loves you. Yes, you do. Someone that really care for you, and it may be right at your fingertip. So don't be afraid to tell that person you love them as well. Capricorn, you're a very strong, energetic person and love money. Wow. And that is what you're going to always have because you will work hard for it. Yes, you do your hustling here and there, but you do like to do things right. So Capricorn, stay strong from King and Queen Radio.
King and Queen Radio.
Shake it, my girl, this. How do I do? Tick 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 tock, 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 tick 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 tock. What's that? Tack 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 tick, tack 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 tick, tack tack tick, tack 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 tick, tack 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 tick, tick. You know that I like what you do when you do that. From the floor to the bed to the rooftop. I'll work you like a 9 to 5 and get the 5 at life until the time we do that.
Right at KingsQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com.
That's right. I'm getting that notion inspired to write again. And I will be writing some more songs like the song Zulu. I'm going to be writing some Roses of Red. I have that one. I got some more songs I'm going to be writing.
Woo! They're not ready, but we going to make them ready. Y'all get ready and be excited because that's tough.
King and Queen Radio.
You got that music talent out there. We want to hear from you. You want to get on this show? We want to hear from you. You can call in the station now, 718-253-4239. We want to get on this show. You got music out there need to be played. We got these DJs for hip hop, R&B. We got the house music. We got different genres of music. We're international program, King and Queen Radio Multicultural. So all music is welcome. I guess the video stopped right on time. So we're going to a station break in a few minutes, folks. So we'll be right back.
Ooh, get a load of that.
They blocked this show.
He's the only one. And through his powers, he works through me, and I'm able to help others. Well, a lot of people, when they come into me, they automatically come under the influence of the Spirit, and they become healed. A lot of them become where they feel the powers of God, and when they leave out, everything comes what they want to happen for them. There's a technique that I use, and that is you have to have faith. You have to come in with faith and be ready for me to help you. You have to have faith. And if you have faith, you can be cured and you can be helped. Because the powers of God.
That's why I don't make any content on YouTube.
He's the only one. And through his powers, he works through me, and I'm able to help others. Well, a lot of people, when they come into me, they automatically come under the influence of the Spirit, and they become healed. A lot of them become where they feel the powers of God, and when they leave out, everything comes what they want to happen for them. There's a technique that I use, and that is you have to have faith. You have to come in with faith and be ready for me to help you. You have to have faith. And if you have faith, you can be cured and you can be helped. Because the powers of God is working through me to help you and to cure you. I also do tarot reading, crystal reading, palm reading, and also psyche reading. I also do picture reading, numerology, and also just feeling out who you are. Well,
whoa. Like, whoa. Stepping on the place like, whoa. Money man, I make like, whoa. Touch touching on the street like sweet man sleep. Them a hunt for your food like whoa. The girl them look like whoa. And them up like whoa. High grade, we need them the money man a spend while some boy pretend like whoa. Charge up in dog like whoa. Fly go abroad like whoa. Hey, great, so my brain go so far in the Mars, me a chill with the stars. Yo. I'll be chilling in the tropics. GPS them can't stop this. Undisputed can't stop this. That's not this. Talking about pop up and stop with cash, everything well chop up in elastic. Some white fake plastic, and if them violate, map sick. Eagle fly down and pick. Who for that to get trick? Who for that to get flip? He's from in a fake country. Boy, see my real is plastic. Boy, can't go red chat on each. Oh, it's up to niceness. Half my way top 9 nights I fry fish. Don't be still a bit right in a the crisis. Go to the cheese, but you're at a mices. Hey, hey. I'll be chilling in the tropics. GPS them can't track this. Undisputed can't stop this. Them a brag about that, but that's not this. Talking about fuck up and stop with cash, everything well chop up in elastic. Some white fake plastic, and if them violate, map sick. Money man I make like whoa. Touching up the street like sweet man sleep. Them a hunt for your food like whoa. The girl them look like whoa, and them cut like whoa. High grade with the blend, the money man I spend while some boy pretend like whoa. Charge up the dog like whoa. Hey, fly go abroad like whoa. Hey, wait till my brain go so far in the Mars, me a chill with the stars. Yo. I'll be chilling in the tropics. GPS them can't track this. Undisputed can't stop this. Never brag about that, but that's not this. Talking about fuck up and stop with cash, everything well chop up in elastic. Some white fake plastic, and if them violate, map sick.
She does spiritual healing, and she will do the best for you. If you are worried or you want your loved one back, if you have money problems, need a get out of jail card, restoring nature, or to learn about the African spirits, Sister Dubon, she is worldwide known for many years a spiritual healer. Call 718-253-7273. Sister Dubon is a real spiritual leader. She looks at you and she will tell you your life. She can call names of friends and enemies. Her spiritual work is the best. She can do spiritual healing. And she will do the best for you if you are worried or if you want your loved one back, if you have money problems or need a get out of jail card, restoring nature, or to learn about the African spirits. Sister Dubon, she is worldwide known and for many years has been a spiritual healer. Call 718-253-7273. Sister Dubon is a real spiritual leader. She looks at you and she will tell you your life. She can call names of your friends and enemies. Her spiritual work is the best. She does spiritual healing, and she will do the best for you if you are worried or you need a loved one back, if you have money problems or need a get out of jail card, if you'd like to restore nature or to learn more about the African spirits. Sister Dubon has been world known for many years as a spiritual healer. Call 718-253-7273. Sister Dubon is a real spiritual leader. She will look at you and she will tell you your life. She call names of friends and enemies. Her spiritual work is the best. She do spiritual healing. She will do the best if you worry to help you or want your loved one back. Money problems, get out of jail card, restore nature, or to learn about the African spirits. Sister Dubon, she is worldwide known so many years of spiritual healing. Call 718-253-7273. Sister Dubon is a real spiritual leader. She can look at you and she can tell you your life. She can call names of your friends and enemies. Her spiritual work is the best. She does spiritual healing, and she will do the best for you if you are worried or need your loved one back. Have money problems or need a get out of jail card? If you'd love to restore nature or to learn more about the African spirits, Sister Dubong. She is worldwide known and has been known for many years as a spiritual healer. Call 718-253-7273.
Here's another testimony from Kyle in New York. She is amazing. It was an unforgettable experience, and she's like, unlike any white actor.
I was recommended to Sister Devon at 1752 Flatbush Avenue by a friend of mine because I was actually going through a whole bunch of stuff. And since I came here, I felt so much different, so much better. And I'm encouraging everybody because things could happen. You never know. And anybody who's going through what I think that I went through, I mean, just come to 1752 Flatbush Avenue and see this lady, and then you will get all the results that you need.
Yes, hi. I'm calling from Chicago, and I just want to tell all the listeners out there that she is definitely the real deal. I have been going through a lot of turmoil for the past 3 years, and pretty much I was just going through a lot. I had lost a lot of things. In particular, I had lost a job. I was very sick at one time, and I have been trying to talk to and speak with a couple of so-called spiritualists, and just so happened I had found her on the internet and a media connection, and she told me right away what I needed to do, what prayers I needed to get, and the prayers are legitimate. Within 24 hours of one prayer, I have received 3 job offers. Within a week, I was hired with 1 job. Through meditation and prayer, I am about 90% back to my health. So I would tell anyone, she only asks for donations. Give her the donation, take the time to truly listen to what she has to say. She is definitely the real deal. I am not one who likes to go from one person to another in regards to spiritualism. And she immediately, her energy, her vibration, she's truly a child of God. And just, give it a chance. It doesn't hurt to give it a chance, and I just want to thank her for taking the time out to help me, because a lot of spiritualists or so-called spiritualists and psychics want hundreds, and I do mean hundreds of dollars for their services. And a person that is a true child of God is not going to ask for that amount of money, and that is true. So again, I tell everyone out there who has been dedicated to her, listening to her show, and to those that have been touched by her and have a testimony, call in and support her, because she's the real deal, definitely the real deal. And I'm a living, breathing, walking testimony of it. From 3 years to within 24 to 48 hours of just dramatic change in my life, and she definitely said there's more to come, more positive things for me to come. So God bless her, and God bless the show, and just support her, y'all, because she's a rare gem.
Give it, love it, give it, love it. Give it, love it, give it, love it. I would treat me good, treat me good. Give it, love it, give it, love it.
mic and report to the dance floor and get ready for reggae. Go! Yes, sir. Now I want everybody to pull out them keys and repeat after me. Yes, sir. Go, 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 go. You got keys to the window, about to get lit. Hey, scream loud tonight. Listen up. Who got the keys to my heart? For my. You got keys to the window, about to get lit. Hey, scream loud. Listen up. Who got the keys to my heart? For my. Now lean in your whip, lean. Now lean in your whip, lean. First gear, second gear, third gear, yeah. Change lanes, change lanes, change lanes, change lanes. Get the nitros, get the nitros, get the nitros, get the nitrous. That's the sound of the police. 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 That's the blue light. Look at the blue light. Watch out the blue light. Look at the blue light. Watch out the blue light. Look at the blue light. Watch out the blue light. Look at the blue light. Watch out. We speeding. We speeding. We speeding. We speeding. Now slow down. Slow down.
Let's go! My girl, let me tell you this. You never met a man like me before. And now she got the dancing specialist. Play up the boot when we touch the dance floor. Hey, dance, yeah. Y'all know foreign, we are good. Hey, dance, yeah. When we watch you move them, let me see your myself. And she love how me move the dance. She love how me move the dance.
I see you holding back just to sit up, relax. Don't you want my la 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 la?
Go with the flow.
Just let the groove sink in. Rhythm is not absent, but just not in. La 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 la. Give me your monster, thrill me. Show me your monster, kill me. Baby, now do you feel me? Don't tell me no. Just let it go. So let me take the lead until you
know where we at.
You cannot fight it. Na 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 na.
KINGANDQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com. Yeah.
Give me your monster, thrill me. Show me your love to kill me. Baby, now do you feel me? Tell me no. To the beat, to the heat, you feel it. Just let it go. To the beat, to the heat, you feel it. Just let it go.
Sister Dubon is really good at what she does. Anytime that I have issues or concerns about anything that's going on in my life, this is the person that I call. So, I suggest you do the same.
Just let it go.
Sister Dubong and SisterDubong.com, KINGANDQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com.
People are master batata. And I dance to come to see the world. Where you go up, where you go Ellie, touch your head.
Bye. Swear on the Bible, touch your head, now beg a soul to rather. Never ever walk a spell, no girl can't fit your obian. Swear on the Bible, touch your head, all of the talk with no damn shaking leg. Run to that name, touch your head. Everybody do my stuff, I'm new da. Touch your head, touch your head, touch your head. Who in that come on, let's think. What a heat, touch your head, 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 touch your head. Who in that come on, let's think.
We can bring in the morning, girl, if you wanna go that far.
I was locked up in 2007, and I was having an immigration problem. And I was listening to radio, writing songs, and Sister Dubai on the morning, and I was doing the phone program, and I took the next day I took the phone and called her to tell my situation. So, and she explained to me some of the tests, and she will call her back, and she will help me in my problem, you know. And now I'm a free man. I'm here. So I like. I'm just sitting on stage and stuff. So, like, all our to Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. Remember, 718-253-7273.
And it's just like that.
Okay, good evening. Welcome back. We are live on the King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com. And we got on the 1 and 2 over there is over there. And we got my host alongside J.H. the Great. And I don't know what it's trying to reconnect here. The circus keep going out, but anyway, on mine. Okay, so I want to just say a pleasant good evening, and you can listen to us every Monday night. If you're just joining us, every Monday night from 9 to 12. And excited on KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com, SisterTheBum.com. And we're going to give you great shows. That's every Monday night from 9 to 12. Invite your friends. Invite everybody to let them know. You must visit KingandQueenRadio.com so that way you're watching us on Facebook and the other things out there so they don't cut off. Watch us live on KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com, SisterTheBum.com. You won't be able to see us live, but you can hear both shows. And do purchase your horoscope, lucky numbers, and spiritual numbers that was given to me. They are there for you. So you need to go pick up your lucky numbers with your horoscope on SisterTheBum.com. And it's just such a lovely evening here in New York City. It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hot, but I hear down south it's like 95 to 100. And so it's really hot in the south. So the weather feels good. It really do from all the cold and the mixed up we have. Maybe now all these germs can die, which I hear they got the next virus out there, part B. What is it? Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
It's a varying strain. They also got monkeypox. There's a few victims of that, but BA2 variant. It's evolving. COVID is evolving. Every time we try to kill it, or it just evolves and changes into something else. And doctors having a hard time trying to
They keep
eliminate
up.
it.
They keep up. You're not gonna eliminate it because we made a germs, and our body can create germs naturally. So that's just something we're born with, and with the atmosphere, with them going up there, coming down with them rockets and laying them in the earth.
But yeah, it also comes from the fact that, all right, so let's think about it like this. It says BA2, COVID BA2, but we jumped way past, we up to like BA7 right now, if you don't even realize it. We jumped even past the four. There's no four. There's a BA2, BA3, and you got BA5, 6, 7. So we got so many variants, and now we got this monkeypox. But this monkeypox really started from where? Australia, China. Where did it really spawn from? Where did it come from? You know?
Well, they got a lot of things going on they're not telling people about. They just not gonna tell you. They always been here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that they can't run the world. We living in a society now where germs is loose.
It's been rare conditions and rare cases of monkeypox, but it's
Yeah,
been
well,
over
what
like
is
30 years.
it? Well, where did the monkeypox even start?
Probably the same rumor and process as AIDS. You know how they said that.
There you go. Because what is the monkeypox? Did it come from monkeys?
Had to, right? Because it's not some medicine.
So that means people eat monkey meat.
I don't want to think about that, but imagine that, right?
Well,
Yo,
certain
listen,
countries
just
they do
imagine.
eat monkeys.
Hey,
Certain parts of the world they do eat monkeys.
well, yeah, Australia, you can eat kangaroo meat, so you can almost eat almost anything in other countries. That's true.
So maybe it just ain't good for our system here. Other people can eat monkey, but we can't eat it here in America because our system not used to it. You know.
You know what the scary thing is about the vaccines? They're always 6 months late. So by the time they roll out a new vaccine, the new variant has changed. How many variants did we go through? By the time they come out September, they said they're gonna come with a new variant. For that, the old one, Omicron, but we're past Omicron now.
Yeah.
So, what do y'all think about that?
I mean, I think they're gonna be way, way outdated by the time. This is what they do. They like profiting off of sickness and chaos. That's what I noticed and realized. They don't like making profit off of health and good stuff. They just want the bad and the sickness because that reels in the money.
I need you 1 second. Well, you said to me, what did you say, JH?
I said they're 6 months late. They're always 6 months late. So with the Omicron, they was talking about the Omicron, but we're on a BA2 or past BA2. So by the time they develop the vaccine for Omicron, we're past Omicron. It already evolved again. So we got the wrong vaccine for the wrong virus. So what do you think about that?
Well, what I think about it, again, all the virus is already here. That's why they gave you a slip. That's why they gave you a slip where you're gonna be able to fill that card up. They have a lot of lines on there. Did you ever think why they got so many lines on there?
Never thought.
Okay, so they know that you got to get another vaccine on top of another one on that. So
It's just a setup. That's what it is, an organized setup. And Bill Gates is probably the forefront behind it all because he was the one funding the.
well, I
vaccination.
feel me personally, I took the two. I'm not taking no booster. I'm not going no further than that. That's it. You know,
It feels like they're
that's-
trying to make
that's
superhuman.
that's a limitation because to me that's going into something else, changing your whole body up. You know, next thing you'll be a zombie. You know, that's the way it's heading. I don't know what they're pumping in. Do you really know what's in them shots?
We don't
We
even
don't.
know.
We're not medical people. We don't.
I said, how do you know they ain't pumping monkeys in there? And
We don't even
everybody
know.
getting the monkey pop from monkey stuff they using. Remember they say evolved from monkeys, so they could be getting stuff from the monkey using in the shots.
But imagine this, right?
And tell me something, where would scientists come up with this knowledge out of nowhere to know how to treat these diseases? That's something that amazes me.
Test runs, trial runs. They
Well, who
experiment.
they trying this stuff on?
Mostly rats and rabbits and other type of creatures. You. Shout out to all the live listeners
I don't believe
watching
that.
up.
Do you
tuning
believe
in.
they got a whole gang of rats?
Well, they test it on. They can't test it on humans. They'll test it on rats, rodents, monkeys, birds, dogs.
But don't they have different systems than us that they can adapt to all kind of things?
Well, they don't want to kill off humans. Well, when obviously they'll try it on small
Maybe
animals.
did you ever think they could be doing it with prisoners that don't have no
Yeah. They could.
that
be
don't
doing it.
don't have life sentence? Who would ever know and don't have no family?
Let's think about this. Imagine the prisoners in Guantanamo Bay. They probably
That's
do
what
that
I'm
on
saying.
them.
There's so many prisoners out there that they could be running tests. They're not gonna tell you that.
Especially because we all were
Life prisoners, life sentence, no family, nobody. They're the perfect victims.
because they're there forever. You eventually run
And you're
their
not
death
gonna see
certificate.
them. You're not really gonna go there where they at. So that's like your whole hospital right there. What you want?
That's how some surgeons that's how some surgeons.
And then you go in these poverty countries, and you pick out these kids, out of poverty countries. You ever thought of that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
basically-
and I don't believe they shoot nothing in no rats. I would have to see evidence of all these rats. you
It's
talking
a
about.
tricky situation.
Too many rats running at me in the streets. Be talking about they using rats. I was running last night, my dear life, from rats on the subway. You didn't see the video? I was running from rats last night. So check out the video. You'll see me running from them rats. So rats all over New York City, where they need to pick them up and start really experimenting. They got plenty of them in Manhattan.
One of your many nights to the club, just one of those rare nights. Got the rats fighting.
I cannot say Manhattan is a beautiful city. The skyscraper. What good is a beautiful city full of rats? You don't find all them rats running around here in Brooklyn because they know they're gonna get knocked upside the head.
Yeah, field goal kicker.
they gonna get an exit out right away, especially if they're inside. They go through there. Oh yeah, then you throwing them at the people. Okay, I'll get you, mama. Here's a rat. Pow.
That's funny on so many levels.
Yeah, it is.
You know how many ran over rats I've seen this past week? They just getting
Here
caught.
in Brooklyn,
They just getting caught.
I ain't seen no rats in Brooklyn running over there. But you?
No comment.
I've been driving like crazy all week, seeing nothing but these.
I
road
can't
users.
believe rats running around in Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, they really are. They squeaking and everything.
Oh shoot! You
Some
got
of
me,
them are big enough to look like
now you got me scared. No wonder I feed them cats in the backyard. I fed the cats to keep the possum away, but this place is really full of possum.
Oh,
One woman said the possum was sleeping inside of her car.
possums.
She went out there in the car. The possum had his little hands opening the door. They can actually open doors and stuff. You can't believe possums can open the door.
Yeah, they really can.
They got skill.
They got kids on their back doing that. Like, that's really.
They left. They evolving. They say I ain't climbing no trees no more, but I can open your door when they eat.
They said, "Look, I know how to
The
use my
bears,
hand."
the bears running people out their houses, beating them. You go in your house, a bear, and they're sitting down eating.
I can't imagine that right now.
Imagine walking in your house and you go in there, a bear sitting down. You got to run for your dear life
Yeah, them big old
away
grizzlies.
from your house. Oh God, what a. All right, folks, we gave you enough humor. We're gonna take you back to some good music.
I'm not an ordinary girl.
I was laughing about something
Don't
else.
let you take over my world.
But it was actually Big Boy. I said no comment, you know, but I wanted to say something now that I didn't remember. Because when you talk about the past, you ain't mentioned. I want to say something, man. I want to say something already. You don't understand.
This testimonial is for Sister Gohong on 1752 Flatbush, Brooklyn. You can reach her at 718-253-7273. I've seen her many times and she tells the truth every single thing that's going on with me and she solves them every single time. And I will continue to see her.
Every single time.
And that's right. You can see me tomorrow after midday, 1752 Flatbush Avenue. Come on. I know you're going through some changes today. That barbecue is throwing barbecue at you. The man running away and left you there cooking the barbecue by yourself. And you better come see Sister Devon so we can bring him or her back so they can be with you to eat some barbecue on the weekend. Because I know you got in the refrigerator waiting on him or her.
And you know you want you to play the dominoes and your Uno cards with the family at the table. You know that.
And we have a little joke for you here. My co-host said, yeah, he wanted to say, they do got rats. They got rats in Bushwick.
That's funny. Bushwick. I got it.
Shout out to Bush.
Shout out to Bushwick. You know, they rat on you. Rat.
I get that. Yeah, you know, we got that. It's a bar. It's over people's heads, but we.
Well, I know better side, do or die. You rat over there, you gonna go in your grave. Yeah. That's one place you don't rat out.
You know,
and I don't think Canarsie either. Canarsie got some heavy laws over there with them. And East New York, get it.
East New York.
That's West that's Gun City.
I don't know about that.
But they're building it up now. I hear they're building it up.
Where?
Where? That's what I heard. What did you say? They're building up East New York?
Oh, yeah. They definitely coming back to that. They actually even doing a gardening program over there and in Brownsville to do some gardening and better the community, the projects, to make it look better, but also teach the kids about gardening.
Yeah, because I know I seen people standing out. They're supposed to be getting control of gun control. They was out there. I was wondering, they looked like they were gangsters themselves. I said, they're getting rid of gun control. They all sticking together. I said, well, okay. I'll leave that one alone.
Let me ask you something real quick. This Canarsie, just think about it. Do you feel like an area that has a bunch of nice homes are really in a bad predicament to have a revamp compared to East New York? I feel like East New York needs it. Canarsie probably basically just had it forever because, you know, Lil Baby.
You know, it ain't the nice homes come out. It's what's lived in the homes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got
because you can go in those rich white neighborhoods and them kids up there in them homes doing all kind of stuff that you could not even think of.
I promise you. There's at least 1 or 2 homes in that area that's under Section 8 that nobody knows.
Yes, most of them. If they certain neighborhoods, certain people, they can get it. You're a foreigner, you can come in and get welfare, anything faster than a Black American. That's why I was so sad when I did the filming last night to see this Black man eating out of garbage can.
Oh, Lord. That's
a lot of that going around.
And that's sad. Black Americans slaved this land with their ancestors and got to be here eating out of garbage can.
A lot of us don't stick together.
No, it's sad.
Isn't it sad? And what do you think? Because I know this topic is always said and it continues. Why people don't, what do you feel that the Black Americans don't stick together? Is it they don't love themselves as being Black America? Is it, it's got nothing to do with slave man. You can't put it on slavery no more. What is it?
We had self-pride amongst ourselves. And we think we just take care of me and my family and that's it. And I learned from smart people that you got to take care of the whole community, and that takes a lot more resources, takes a lot more work. And we're just out for self a lot of time. We gotta make sure I'm good, my family's good, but make sure I'm good. And then, when someone, it's a ripple effect. We don't get the respect that we get because we don't sit together economically.
Okay, you answered that perfect. And I like that hearing it from Black Americans. They will take care of their family. But isn't it the same thing in Africa as well? Africa stick together economically because you're forced to stick together because you're in a black country. But I think when you're in any country that's not your own, how can you stick together when your people don't own?
You also got the vanity of,
And then if they do own, they don't get the right products. Like you say, the family, they worry about their family getting the best and don't care about the next man.
but you can see why the next door neighbor and the one next to him, the one behind them, the one in front of them have resentment to not be able to join together. That's the conflict.
So is it so in that case it's always going to be the same, huh? All that talk they doing, can it change?
Yes.
It's changing. It's getting worse. It's just gentrification. It's not just happening in Brooklyn. It's happening in the Bronx. It's happening in Harlem, and we're the most affected from it.
Is it here in the North? Because I think the South is a little more united. Isn't that the truth?
Well, they taught us a lot. They taught us, oh, you can be rich by yourself. You get everything by yourself, and they don't teach us how to team. They working in teams while we're working solo. They're putting their money together mutually. They're hedging their money mutually. They all putting their money together. And they're telling us we got to do it by ourselves. With no
Now,
team.
there's a trick
Thanks
here.
for that advice. That is beautiful.
That's true.
That is really beautiful. I think you put something out there, and I think our people's listening out there will understand if we work with somebody else. We got this thing where we don't want to help nobody else. And I think that come from that old recipe when you're in the kitchen with grandma and say, Grandma, how you make that pie? Oh, I ain't telling you. Well, how you make the pie, Grandma? I ain't telling you. Why you not telling me? Because my mother didn't tell me. So now, Grandma died. You don't know how to make the pie.
Legacy die off.
Legacy die off. So that's why a lot of our people, young people of color, are saying the elder peoples are to blame for not sharing the knowledge with them. And that's why this show, I say every week, do share your knowledge with your kids.
And donate money because this is a black station. Can I say that?
Yes.
So donate money to Kings and Queen Radio and donate to Brooklyn Station because this is black owned and support us with dollars, not just talk with dollars too. Because everybody needs help, and the more you support behind this woman been in business as I know since '89.
And nobody is donated nothing. I help people and I've helped and I spend to bring the message and help people. No one donate nothing but God.
Do you
My hard work and my labor that I put into people. So sometimes when I talk and I hear people talking the black talk, I says, well, hear me and a couple other people I see out there trying, and people don't support you. Matter of fact, they do try to throw witchcraft at you. They try to do all kind of evil things to stop you. They even go as far as trying to come into business, pretend they're part of it, and try to destroy it. So I have watched so many things that you wonder sometimes, well, why black people they get successful and they turn to the white people? You wonder why. And then I look at it and say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue doing my gift that I love. I love music. I love helping people. I could simply easy giving it up and just saying the psychic reading because that's me always and forever. That can't change.
Yeah.
This music is I'm doing it to create a voice, so a black voice that other people you can do it too.
Now, can I say
Why
something?
be jealous? I've been on WBIP since God knows, and not one of them on there ever mentioned that I started the whole Caribbean. Not one time they mentioned my name.
But you see exactly
But
what
the
it means.
owners now is white. They send me certificates, they send me hats, and they send me recognition of who I am. But the blacks, oh no, they don't act like I'm the worst thing happened. So I can tell you, you talk that black talk, and when a lot of them get on the show and start talking to me, and I'm saying, well, they telling me all this black talk. Let's see if they're gonna donate something. Never donation come. So sometimes I talk just the opposite of what they want to hear. You're not supporting me, so I'm gonna go what I want to say.
So I would like to say something here when it comes to that exact premise. So I want to say shout out to those who thought it was cool to do such a way of movement, falsifying prophecies. That is a way of showing and exposing yourselves. So she's telling you what is the truth. So those who are you before today, those of you who did not participate, did not donate, did not support, there are some of you that are outside right now falsifying your words, saying that you are promoting and supporting this radio station, this queen, black-owned radio station, but you are coming in here using, trying to make detriment of the financial gains and the business of a legacy that she built. And you go into clubs and meet other individuals and you say you did this, that, and the third at this radio station. Meanwhile, we see you never promote on a page. You never do anything of a caption or
That is
none
the
of that
truth.
stuff. And yet you keep going to these places, talk to these individuals who clearly see that you don't actually care support.
Well,
yourself.
now I will advise them all, don't use King and Queen Radio, Brooklyn Station at all, because they will be sued.
And those that haven't been here and you wonder why they haven't been here so long, you just got your explanation. And the spotlight is on them to explain themselves.
Yes, because they come in the station and that's why they disappear. They come in and use it for their benefit, stay in here, use it, don't pay a dime, don't contribute, don't bring anything. And then I'm helping them, I'm giving them.
You really are giving them. You are lifting them onto a platform they never would have entered on another radio. There are other radio stations that don't let them enter their establishments. Yet you give them all the red carpet treatment, and this is how they carry themselves.
Well, enough of said. We're gonna take back some good old music. Yeah, we're live on WVIP 93.5 FM, King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, and we're gonna take you there. You have any requests, you can always go on King and Queen Radio, leave your requests, go on BrooklynStation.com, go there. Page is all gonna be brand new. Everything is still legitimate, 100%. Station legal 100%. So you need to get there and start supporting, donate, and support it.
Yes, yes. This is DuBong.com, KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com. And you know where we at.
KingandQueenRadio.com, 93.5 FM.
Man only feel sometimes, some of them only want to see you sometimes. Can't tell you me feel sometimes, see people you feel want to see you time. Me feel big, them sometimes, them people don't let it come by. Popsicle still real every time, when life so like life. So if you stay out kill people, me grandmother tell me about how I discover fear about everything when me look, you're ready with your mouth. You change like the weather. Me willing to the damn brother. Right now, you kill you wanna kill like me with that. Boy, you just a spread man name. We keep to the shade, you a play one day man here. And anytime you try set me up on your PlayStation, now your mouth up in the end, I'm asking a cushion. Rule them on tree man, why like that? Can't get me for here. Boy, them a keep him up a try, stop the fear that mean, well, if I dream, call life and no deal. It's dreaming, see me brother, the
King and Queen Radio.
dreaming, see me brother, the boy I'm asking about dreaming, see me brother, the brother, the them a pray feasting dead. Be a bad prayer, me one of them just not fire. Sweep up my life and the boy try stop my food. Now it's like fire. Cook up quick fire, forget my things, we no blow like fire. I'm black mine up on the fastest thing, will make my machine them. Never know when man a see from fire. Oh, me a want you to the world admire. Oh, you feel me that way, I remember say man to you in a half things. I don't know you just a spread man here. We click to the chair, you a play one dead man here. Try set me up on your PlayStation, try you all up like I'm out of here. It's dream, say brother, brother, the boy I'm asking, say
Okay. Woo, we back. I can't wait till my boy here get these designer shoes I just seen. Well, we'll be talking about merchandise later on, folks. We got to do this thing. We got to make it happen. This team here, and they're all artists and singers. Dominic, give us some natural stuff, some goodies without no cussing.
Oh, you need some goodies with no cuss words. That's what we're doing. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you.
Okay, go ahead. Let us hear.
Now, those that want to be around, I know you want to feel something clean. So, with that being said, let the round of applause begin because it's so much going on. I'm gonna give you a quick little freestyle just cause we need to get it in like some Ritalin and keep the focus in because we playing and playing and playing because we in the gym. So for God giving graces and gifting everybody in this place, we amazing in all of smiling faces. We like to break down the 9 to 11s and break it down to 1 to 9s because it's 0 to 9 for real on Sudoku time. When I break through conduits and pop off my prime. Now I feel like around 34, 23. However you want to do it's all right with me. I don't even care if you had to be an underscore because we above all type of boards. Now you a board head, then we could count it. If you want to be a militant, we could doubt it. But understand that the pen is a mountain over things that's flowing like a fountain. And I don't even care about the repertoire. We got itineraries in our repertoire. Everything that you got, we got it in Dior because our fashion is so much to implore. Everything you need is us is this, and we can have them in stores. For y'all, we keep it raw. Everything is performed off of meticulous, metaphysical, and I'm articulate. You gotta hold down this penmanship, left, right, how I get it. I'm on an addendum. I make an amendment. I make an penchant, but I get it offended. You could get off the defense if you up on the fence. I could get you knocked off on the fence. I'm talking about pure hemp. You need to get bent. You too stressed. You need to relax. Please feel like Nori with the tax. I come in, I bomb syntax. Get sticky with it. It gets finicky here. We get around here. It's like 2 months of a year. I like to be around. That's like a leap year. Do you know what I've been here through these years? Do you know what she been through these years? Destroying all competition with no fear. Now with this, I like to go off the head. I don't write too much, especially when I create hymns. But when I got these hymns, it's locked in, tapped in, rhymed in, on timing, looking like a storyteller. They know my glides. I slide in. You gotta chill. Like chill. This is house party, and we do it for real. Keep my fedora on, cause I keep the appeal. So chill, and I'm gonna keep on walking. All Christopher Walkens. Shout out to Pop Smoke, steady sparking. To this day, you still alive in all our spirits, and you got the youth all around to hear it. Much love, much love. Soul in the lyrics, soul in the spirit, but we gonna get into this clean track that y'all been wanting to hear.
Elephant Man, Alexa Ayaz. Let's go. My girl, let me tell you this. I'm a man like me before. And you should be dancing specialist. We have a woman with a chance more. Hey, I'm foreign, we are
See you holding back, instead of relax. I'll put you on my la in the flow. Just have the groove sinking. Rhythm is not option, but it's not here. Na. Give me a look to thrill me, show me a look to kill me. Baby, now do you feel me? Don't tell me no. So let me take the lead until your body sees it cannot fight it. No.
Go.
So round and round we go.
Try to get to a party. We try to go to the club this weekend. Hey.
Give me a look to thrill me, show me a look to kill me. Baby, now do you feel me?
Radio.com, 93.5 FM.
To the beat, to the heat you feel. Just let it go. To the beat, to the heat you feel. Just let it go. You know me, I'm so real.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Live on the VIP 93.5 FM. Make sure you check out KingandQueenRadio.com webpage, BrooklynStation.com, SisterTheBomb.com. And make sure you go on Facebook, King and Queen Radio / Brooklyn Station. KingandQueenRadio.com on Facebook and BrooklynStation.com. So again, we'll take you back to the DJ.
Oh.
Them excuses love me. Some people when I turn them we have me. Alright, tell me what you need. We know they also had the try to sustain. Every day we have to do. From me like just down to complain. I beg of you,
I love you, nation.
Just in case I must have slipped your mind. I've been away from you for some time now. Do you think about me sometimes? I've been away from you for some time now. She wanna roll with the dog, the chopper, baby, don't waste no time. Cause hard with the love, me fit papa, I even on my grind. Yeah. Just in case I must have slipped your mind, nah. Born to be, when you're right, I'm gonna come up. We work hard through this town till the sun up. Run them out when the thing ain't done all. Hustle hard for the dollar.
Okay. Oh. We are live on VIP 93.5 FM. Don't forget you can call me Sister DeBong daily. That's 718-253-7273. Again, that's 718-253-7273. Yeah, tell us about the robbing in the church of that antique gold. Boy, I want to know what they're going to do with that. Melt it down?
Oh, that invaluable piece of jewelry that was robbed out the church.
Yeah. T.J. mean J.H.
Yeah, I'm Jay. You call me Jay.
Jay.
But that's my station. It just happened 7 hours ago. They reported 7 hours ago. It's just many things is happening in the city of New York City. And so it was another crime ring. The police stopped. A lot of businesses closed in Manhattan because of the crime ring. That's another thing that needed to be addressed. The mayor's working on that. It's just a lot of things going on because of the pandemic.
Well, it's not necessarily a pandemic. It's if you leave them people in the train where somewhere where they won't be roaming the streets, you kicking them out the train. So where they gonna go? Right in the neighborhoods, go in people's houses.
Well, yeah.
I caught one running through here. I run them out of here. They'll go right in your door.
Hopefully, I changed that.
And here you got your jewelry and stuff. They're gonna look for it. They get in your house. Most people forget to latch their door. You got kids that forget to lock their door. And next thing you know, one of these vagabonds inside your house. How you gonna get them out?
Well, for sure.
Then you kill them. You go into jail for having the door open.
But here's the thing, right? You also got. Are you referring to the situations going on in the city, right? Like 5th Ave, 6th Ave, and 10th Ave, and all that by Madison? If you refer to that, that was like some of those robberies. These people are really like going all in, like savage. They just breaking windows.
Yeah.
It's daytime. It's daytime. Louis V, Mercer. You got stores like that. They going in robbing and stuff, taking over through the city.
Well, what they're trying to do, eliminate stores. Could be store owners themselves, big companies. Big companies could be sitting here. Because look, if you eliminate the stores, you can sell online and make more money.
Plus, you could get insurance back on the product.
So, I'm looking at it this setup. It can't be real.
And then you also got just, did you actually hear about what happened?
And with the church war going on, you can understand churches going to war. So what they do, they steal something holy in the church, people won't go back.
Maybe it could be like something like that.
That's all it's about.
Do you think
now how you gonna get all that gold out of there and nobody see it, nobody know it?
Inside jobs, of course.
Okay, there you go.
A quick question.
I trust somebody, not even the priest himself. Anyway, we'll go to the next subject.
Do you think that has any type of relations with the actual thing that happened in the museum? Somebody smeared a cake on Mona Lisa's painting. So do you think that has any type of correlation? Smeared a paint on Mona Lisa, the most beautiful woman, as a painting for somebody that was in the Vatican of the church by Van Gogh, and then you got the other situation.
But the thing about it, what you gonna do with it? You put it in your house, somebody gonna see it. You can't sell it.
Well,
so what the purpose of it? To destroy it.
It is a priceless painting at this point. You could
But
make.
where you gonna keep it?
I think it's really just for.
This is modern days. You think something like that is registered, and you never know they could have a market on it. They can find it.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't stolen. It was smeared. They threw a cake and messed up the whole painting.
Oh yeah, but that's just people. That's somebody who just vicious.
It makes you wonder what is going on with these people and these
Everybody want
malicious
attention.
events.
They get attention. The news, again, the camera have changed people's lives. If I can do something to get in the newspaper, I'll kill you and get in the newspaper. That's how they think it. I'll get my fame.
Yeah, this generation don't really care how they
Long as I get some fame and everybody know my name and know who I am, they good.
They don't even care how they go out. They don't care how they go out or how they get fame. So they could go out being heard of doing such heinous crimes and
they feel good that name. And then what they do, they go give them a street behind it. You get a street name now.
Ain't that insane?
You get a street name. You don't care how bad you are,
Right.
you get a street name. You did good for the community. If you sell a lot of records and a lot of millions of records, you did good for the community. So now you got a street name. Notorious still unheard. You get to the street.
They probably call him Son of Sam Avenue. You know, like I feel like at this day and time, through all the current events going on, I just pray for everybody.
Well, the way the world going on, you're only gonna get your street maybe about 25 years, and they'll tear it down and put stuff. They got Little Haiti down there. I was on the train, Newkirk Avenue, Little Haiti. You still in there, Little Haiti. You still got that person, whoever Newkirk was. He's still there.
Right. You didn't take that name off. Right. Right.
So you satisfied now the Haitian to stay in one spot.
What's sad about that? There's good and bad to that. So it's good that we finally getting acknowledgement.
Do you
and
understand what I'm
recognition as
saying?
Haitians.
The Haitians are gonna believe this is my city now. This is my town. Let's stay here.
Oh no, we know Miami and Little Haiti. That's our town. We know that. That's our town.
How can Little Newkirk, our little place, be Little Haiti?
You know what's crazy about
How is that? How does that happen? You know a little better than me. How can that little area be Little Haiti?
Well, New York decided to give that recognition not only off of the census that's been, over through the past 10 years. How they go every 10 years with the census is also just data collection that they have.
But do it have the most Haitians live there?
Absolutely. And that's the area with the most Haitian businesses, and they're all flourishing. So,
So when they come out of Haiti, they go straight to Newkirk.
Well, they come straight to Flatbush.
That's what I'm saying.
They come straight to
I don't think I see many over there. They may be shopping over there, but that's what I don't understand why. Because the church is over there.
But it's also because
See, they got the Catholic Church, and they turned the church into a Haitian church. So
they got
that's
Haitian churches around.
so that's how they get the money. You call it Little Haiti, the church is there, and they feel that's their church now.
You got the church, the food restaurants, the clothing shops. At the end of the day, the block itself, full of Haitians, right, has renovated.
Do they have any good
money.
restaurants there so I can go get me some good lambe?
Yeah, they definitely got a lot.
Do they got restaurants there?
Of course, all of Rogers has Haitian restaurants. That's why it's called Little Haiti food. That's the most valuable.
But do they treat you good there if you're outside?
You don't honestly get treated good anywhere when you walk into any restaurant in New York City. Think about that.
Because our neighbors got some good food. But you go in there, it's scared the heck out of you. You run out of this, I ain't never going back. I had Haitians to go in this, I ain't never going back in there again. I said, you got to go back in there, because that food is good out of there.
Yeah, that food
So
is
I say, let act any way they want to. They say, well, they don't speak English. I say, well, and they don't give you no menu. And they don't give you no menu.
Yeah, it's on the TV. You just gotta look up the menu right right up there. It's looking like Texas chicken and burgers. When you go inside, you just look at the screen right there. Oh, number one. Oh, okay. Patat avavion. Okay. And you see and stuff like
But
that.
one time their price was very reasonable, but honey, they jumped up.
Inflation.
Gas prices.
Yes, so what are we gonna do about this inflation?
Inflation is a horrible situation right now, but it's the adjustment of the economy, especially because the stock market fluctuates up and down, but it's always going to do that. The situation really is the investment banks and the trade funds. I said trade funds, the trust funds. So the interest rate rises up for us in the banks because that's the only way they could compensate and actually keep a balance going on between what's going on in the stock market and what's going on in their bank itself. As you know, every bank person that owns a bank account, your money is normally being requested for you to have it refunded or returned to you, or just for you to even manage, even pulling out some of the money because every bank is using your money and traveling it and trusting it around through forex trading, investment banking, and the stock market. So it's constantly flowing throughout the waves. Now, through the people that's been selling their stocks, it definitely does bring a downward spiral into the stock market because the stock market reflects the economy and the economy reflects the stock market and our pockets as well. So the initial sign is the interest rates rising up off of not only the banks, but also when it comes to interest rates. We're getting interest rates raised up to compensate the surplus and amounts that we've missed out, especially for COVID. The last 2 to 3 years, we basically haven't paid no rent. We basically haven't paid no amenities for extra supplies. They've been given cheap funding and spending costs. The businesses that's been supplying us, they've been taking more of a hit too. So with all this coming together, this is kind of going to give an explanation about why the inflation is happening. That and plus you got the war on Russia, and America's been sending how much money to another country?
Well, that's sad. I'm wondering how people they using up their credit card buying gas because I don't understand how people are getting around paying $5 across the street there. I'm looking at the price $6.39.
Yup.
That is unreal.
Yup. And you know how much it takes just to fill up half a
$6.39.
It's only going to go up.
It takes like 130 to fill a full
I
tank.
think this is the highest it ever went.
Right now, at least, well, unless you go to Sunco, they probably have a different price. And Sunco,
Thank the U.S. government.
Yeah, but the government, I got to blame it on the other countries. You deal with other countries, and when they get mad, they just pull back on you.
because we have a whole deal with Russia. and
Why
that-
can't America just make everything here and
Because
say
America is
they
lazy.
want everything to be cheap,
It's
and,
lazy.
and instead of just making it here, making everybody get out of work, throw away the welfare system, get rid of it.
We have a lot of oil in America. Sorry to cut you off. We have a lot of oil and oil, but we don't use it because we get it from other countries, Saudi Arabia, Ukraine situation, Russia situation. They have plenty of oil. So because we're sanctioning them, it's like a boomerang effect. It hits us.
Well, yeah, that's crazy. Sorry, but you know, Joe Biden actually is loosening up some of the percentage of petroleum oil just so that way we could have to spend less and look at the effect it's still giving us. We still have to pay a buttload.
Well, he said he was doing something about it. I really heard this about a month ago,
Oh, yeah.
and look like it's going higher.
He's taking it in house. He's trying to push and promote the country to start doing things for themselves. So we have to build and fluctuate and push oil in our own country.
No, he bringing back
Manufacture
slave
in our-
days. That's what he's doing. Because if everybody, if we people of color, we cannot keep up with the other generation, the other nationalities out there, and we gonna fall below the radar.
That's because
And then we gonna be at the mercy of people, and that can lead you back into slavery.
just leads us into no control and less.
That's what I'm saying. It's happening.
Because look how broke a lot of us black folks are in this community.
And then you're forced in the same communities, and you're letting out all the plums out the key.
That's called redlining. If I deal with a mortgage guy, I know a mortgage guy. They redline, so basically they separate communities in different sections.
Yes,
Since
they do.
1837. Since 1837, when they was actually furbishing Brooklyn and all that, when these horse lines and the train track, they was doing the red line since way then. Since
Wow, that's it.
that's when they started.
But what I don't understand in the system, why we as people don't fight it off.
Because we blacks only know to spend money and to attract the advertisers. Because we remember we were the only economy that was flourishing. Remember Black Wall Street? Then we wanted to integrate, which is no problem.
Well, I learned about the Wall Street.
The problem was
I learned something about the Wall Street from a lady today, and she was from Barbados. She told me that the Wall Street people was the first Barbadian brought from Barbados to Wall Street. They made you believe it was Black American. It was the rich, the mulattoes and Bajans brought to Wall Street, the sophisticated ones. So it wasn't Black American like you thought it was.
You're talking about Tulsa, Texas. Or I said Tulsa, Texas.
The Wall Street.
Oh, my bad. Black Wall Street. Oh, okay.
It was made from Bajans.
Well, go on.
Do your research. I learned and studied that today. They tell you it was Black Americans. No, it was not. They come from Barbados there.
Well, y'all heard it first from.
So I learned something new every day. So shout out to the Barbadians out there. And they pretty smart people. A lot of people don't talk about Bajans, but Bajans are very well educated. And you never hear nothing about them because they are sophisticated blacks.
Well, I know a lot.
Did you ever hear anything about Bajans? Very rare.
I heard some things about Bajans. One. Well,
I know they make some good flying fish and cuckoo.
Yeah, that part. That's definitely true. Also, the mothers are very strong, very, very strong, prominent, almost like as equal as the man.
Well, their cousins is South Carolina.
Wow.
South Carolina are Bajans.
Well, you learn something new.
And a lot of people don't know that. And the city of South Carolina was the old way Barbados used to look. And the houses are made the same way. When the plantations owner left Barbados, they brought all their slaves to South Carolina.
Same thing with some of the Haitians.
So shout out to the South Carolinians out there and all the Southern Black Americans,
the Bajans, all that. Shout out
which should be American blacks, not Black Americans. That's it should be American first, then Black, because you're always Black. So it shouldn't be Black American, it should be American Black. Because you built this country's Memorial Day. And don't forget, Black people was the one that had to take up their guns and fight that Civil War.
Did you know the Civil War? Haitians were helping that situation as well as some of the Trinis. And World War II, the reason why the Black Red, the Black Red.
Well, with the Haitians with Black Americans at one time here, that they took over Texas and all that stuff.
Yeah, we Haitians been around here helping this country win wars since the first war.
So they were in the war too, huh?
Yeah, the
so
Revolutionary
that's why
War.
when they made that black movie of this West Indian guy that had him against the Black American guy. You remember that? What was the name of that movie?
Are you talking about Glory?
Yeah.
That's the one that I know of. Morgan Freeman.
Amnesty. Okay, when they had the West Indian guy against the Black American, and he thought he was better.
Yeah. And then he actually went on to take over some of in some wars.
So they made a myth behind it, which they didn't say it was Haitians. They made it look like it was somebody from another place.
Yeah.
So Haitians was here in this country.
Because it's gonna be scary to hear we the ones that fought off all of the slaves.
That's right, because they had to come here to Louisiana. Because remember, Louisiana was bringing the slaves from Haiti to Louisiana, and a lot of them ran away, which Texas is right there.
And New Orleans.
Okay, I see the line. History begins. Okay, folks, you listen to King and Queen Radio. We got some good history. We got a little news.
Memorial Day.
So Memorial Day, so we're gonna take you back to some good music.
93.5 FM.
Hey, 93.5 FM.
You know where we at, best place to be, KINGANDQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com, PharmacyDubai.com. The number to call in for readings, especially after the show. I know y'all love even after the Monday nights. You call in at 718-253-7273. Yeah, gave me also the alternative number 718-676-0820.
We miss you on your side of the bed. Still got your things here. They say that we like souvenirs. Don't wanna let you out my face. Like the day that I met you, the day I go forever. Say that you love me, well that's whenever. Hold you tight, when you walk up my life, you walk up my life. You like this every time. All these days it feel like you and me. I forget it for me. Remember every time. All these days it feel like you and me. I forget it for Still got my hopes up, like presents and love to this day. I still got the messages read. Foolishly patient, and they like the taste of your kiss. Don't wanna let you out my head. The day that I met you, thought it was forever. Said that love me, that would be forever. It's cold outside, and when you walk on my life, why you walk on my life? You like this every time. All these days it feel like you and me. Heartbreaking and free. Days it feel like you and me. Heartbreaking and free. Do you ever think me?
King Queen Radio.
It like this every time. All these days it feel like you and me. I'm ready to be. I remember every time. All these days it feel like you and me. I'm ready to be. Queen Radio.
Okay, you listen to King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, SisterTheBomb.com. So I hope you're enjoying this show. And we try to get good music here, but it's like every time we try, it keeps can't continue. Okay. Okay, so let's see here.
So for the people out there listening, you know, you've been tuning in to Sister Dubang, Calm, Sister Dubang, and the
Yes,
Sister
make
Dubang
sure
show. So you know you need to donate, you need to get your readings, you need to set up an appointment, you need to come visit. You know exactly what to do. You call the number 718-253-7273. Also 718-676-0820.
King and Queen Radio.
That's why we feel in what the station is. We don't need them. We only got to
When we me can't sleep. Gonna be a fool, gonna be a fool. Couple can't be one. It's like me brain overload. I want thing in a life for me know. Man be a things. Man be a fly every week like say me a queens. Sexy body girl inna me bed me a pop scream. Open on the club me a shoot money up like the Grinch. When me rolling me link up.
Now you ask your things. Oh, yeah, look the place for me. Fountain of joy when me drink. Oh, man, I really start the thing. The money get the police. Things half white with the red easy. Can't spend the name like King Breezy. No for trying me running, but it's so easy. Hustle your things and don't make you one. Protect yourself and don't let it grow. Whether I'm murder in a this one, I feel the cream at the cone. Oh, we are dead, I saw we roll. We are police, that are the goal. To the attack, so I sell it all. Come we coming from the same
Man be a king. Man be a fly every week like say me a queens. Sexy body girl inna me bed me a pop scream. Open on the club me a shoot money up like the Grinch. Drink up with your link up. Man be a get your man be a man be a watch it. Man be a man be a
And I can play my music how I play because it's on your app. That's why it's strictly talk show.
Okay, folks out there. We're live on WVIP 93.5 FM. And if you own the, as I tell people, so many people like to be on Facebook, please go on KingandQueenRadio.co. KingandQueenRadio.co. They cannot take it down. You want to see us and watch us? We are live on radio.co. They can't take us down. We also live on BrooklynStation / King and Queen Radio / BrooklynStation on YouTube. They're not going to take us down. So go on radio.co, King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation radio.co. On Facebook, Twitter, and all those things, they can take us down, but they can't take us down on radio.co. So do go there, go directly to KingandQueenRadio.com, KingandQueenRadio.com, BrooklynStation.com. You have a lot of people report and do a lot of nonsense, so that don't stop the show. WPIP, they can't take that down. So they can keep on doing what they want to do. Okay, we're live, and okay, we're gonna get back to my co-host here. So Jay, tell us about corporations.
Well, corporations was founded on the backs of black people. Obviously, they created a law for free people from being slavery. So when they signed the law into place, corporations took it upon themselves to say, hey, we're a living being too. So they got new laws passed. I don't know what year, you have to look that up for yourself, but I do know that they're a living being. Corporations can't die. So if one thing, it continues. If one person leaves the company, it'll continue. If our business that you start as sole proprietorship and you die, the business dies off. It dies with the owner. With a corporation have certain advantages, certain tax advantages, and things of that nature.
Well, thank you for that information out there, folks. So understand that you need to get a corporation, not sole priority. When you get sole priority, when you die, your business go with you too.
There's a big gap here.
So that's something to really know. Unless you leave a will. If you leave a will, you can pass it on.
Well, with sole proprietorship and corporations, you basically jumping the middleman right now. The LLC is the gap between the S corporation or any corporation and sole proprietor. So with LLCs, that's mostly what everybody on a majority have the structure built around. The S corporations, well, with S corporations, you save more money on tax deductibles around the time when you have to, you know, pay off for your taxes. Or if you want to create some more type of revenue, that's where you create your revenue because with LLCs and the sole proprietorship, so with LLC and sole proprietorship, here's the only real difference between the sole proprietorship and the LLC. You lack liability in one as opposed to the other. So with the LLC, your funds and whatnot is basically covered off of not only your name but your business, right? So it'll come through your business or it'll be expended through your business before it touches you. So proprietorship, that's all you. That's your money. So like when around the time
So
of
they can go at you too.
of course, because that's directly
And that can be more dangerous
that is more dangerous.
for the black person.
It's all of your money. It's all of your
Because you
time.
don't put all your money in that corporation. Now they go in the corporation, they can tear you down in a matter of seconds.
See, the corporation is completely different. You have a lot of protection with
Yeah, you need a lot of
You
protection to
don't
keep it.
have you don't have
And you see how the prices they charge me to keep corporation going. So imagine a real bigger corporation. Jesus.
That's a C corporation. The advantage of a C corporation is they can raise money. That's a big advantage, and they get tax advantages also. It's also more expensive. It's more complicated, and usually you have to have a good team, and shareholders and things. And it's a lot more complicated.
And where you gonna get them as a black person?
So
Okay.
it's a, it's a
So
little
so
difficult.
it sounds good and pretty,
It's a little difficult.
but I'm thinking like the black person think now. Take all you can and what you can leave behind, give it away, and hey, let it be. Because if you try to hold on to all that and don't have a team, you're gonna lose everything anyway.
But a C corporation, that's basically where you have your team. But also, you don't have as much of a bigger deduction from an S corporation you do a C corporation. You actually spending more. You actually have to pay more taxes at a C corporation than you ever will
Tell
as
me
a
about
S
it.
corporation, a LLC, or a sole proprietorship. Because you're holding a conglomerate at this point. So that means you have more leverage, you have bigger volume, bigger value, which means you have to expend more from state, federal, you got counties, you have bi-coastal situations. There's a lot of write-offs that you could possibly make, but you're gonna have to pay more than you actually have as a deduction or as you could get back. So with
Just to
S
touch
corporation,
on what he's saying, there's a reason why most of the companies like McDonald's and Amazon are C corporations. With an S corporation, a lot of big charters, it's 100 members or less. With an S corporation, a C corporation, they have the advantage of having multiple members raising a lot of funds to buy a lot of things. So they always have the money advantage. There's a reason why a lot of companies are C corporations. They never go out. They never seem to go out of business. Very
Because
rare.
you got a lot of people working for you. And they got degrees and know what they're doing.
well, C and S corporations have certain different aspects, but
Do you have many black companies that's a C corporation?
I'm sure there's a lot of people that that we know off the top of my head. I don't know off the top of my head.
Me either.
well,
Because it
you
takes
have certain banks that are under a certain C corporation that are black owned. But other than
What
that,
banks are black owned?
what banks are black owned? There's some in South Carolina, North Carolina. There's something called Green Bank. If you
Oh,
ever
they still exist?
it's not even they still like Killer Mike basically wanted to push and promote about Green Bank. It's the
Wow.
first one. It's online banking, especially for black folks. They focus and have their whole primary goal on black first. That's their intermediate goal. Black first, everyone else second.
And where's this bank?
South Carolina. That's their flagship.
Wow, that's something to hear.
S
Did you know
corporations.
that?
S
I know that there's lawyers and people that have banks, but they make the process so hard. You can't be in. See, a lot of times we get charges or arrested, and that's dealing with federal money. And when you're dealing with federal money, you can't have no felonies or things. And a lot of times we get locked up for silly stuff. So they cancel us from voting, from running our own bank because we're dealing with.
Okay, with criminals. In other words, you're a criminal. So this is very important to ask you. You said something about we free. What do you mean by that?
You mean we free?
Because I didn't think we was free yet. I didn't think so. Today it should make us free today. We got Juneteenth now, and that ain't saying we free. So why are we living in a country as Black Americans and everybody come in here? I don't care what country you come from. Once you're in here, you're a Black American. So why are we in this country? We can't be free. Why can that law? Can you mean to tell me that laws cannot be changed?
Oh, absolutely. They just, white supremacy and the KKK and how this country was built is off of the backs of Black folks and keeping us limited from ever having any gains. Because if we have financial gains, they're not going to be the ones doing the labor. That's why they need us. They need the immigrants.
I know they need us, but the thing about it, we're not free. We're still servants.
But this is what
we're still servants.
True. I mean,
so but I don't understand why all these Black leaders can't change that law. That's what I don't understand.
Do you want me to answer honestly?
Please.
They're bought off. A lot of them are bought off. 501c3. I just had this discussion last week with mentors of mine and the people from the community. And when you're under a 501c3, you're controlled by the government. The government can tell you, oh, you have to do if you have to shut down on certain holidays, you have to shut down because you're under the charter of the U.S. government. So if U.S. government's funding you or anything like that, they can tell you, just like other agencies can tell you, we don't want you up on the air or we don't want you saying certain things to the church people. So they keep it simple. It's not challenging. They're not going to challenge because, they're getting their bread butter.
So then we'll continue being slaves. Because that's still slave.
Like,
there ain't no difference. Just give it a different name, American name, change the English word like the Bible, and still use the same slave terms.
But the government, how it's set up now, it's even to a point where, as you know, the great Supreme Justice seat was given to, as you know, who.
I just can't understand that. We in a country, it's just hard. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just can't understand you in a country and you're not free. That's just hard to understand.
Well, they matrix us. Hold up, I gotta say this. They matrix us. If you ever watched The Matrix, I know we watched it a lot of times. If you go back to The Matrix, they tricked knowledge. They tricked us into believing that we was free. So, I work a job, I take care of myself, we good. But are we really good? I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, well, anybody want to call in? The number is called 718-253-4239, 718-676-0820. And this is Memorial Day. Do you believe you free and why? Is anybody out there can say they Black and they free? Call in and explain us why. Because even if you mix breed, you still is not free. So I want y'all to understand that out there, because I know how the light skin with the pretty hair think they passed the color line. but you didn't. You still is under not free. You're just a light skin, still not free.
Well, being a black person in this world or this
So
planet,
don't look at the skin color and say, well, I'm light skin. I got pretty hair, I got straight nose. No, sweetheart, you're not. You're not free. So if you think you're free, we'd love to hear you. Call in and tell us when did you get free? Because we want to hear this. That was a big thing in the South, you know. A lot of people ran from the South, the mulattoes, because they actually felt they was free until they got up here in the North with the other mulattoes that told them, you ain't no better than me.
told them they better sit down.
They ran the West Indians up here with their pretty hair and throwing their hair. They said, who you think you are?
They said, you think you something special.
My daddy was an Englishman, so was mine too. You know, I'm black and I come from an Englishman. I watched the movie like that. The name of the movie was Juneteenth, July. It was a West Indian movie of a girl in the West Indies in Jamaica. And this mulatto girl was talking about, well, my father come from England. She said, well, my father come from England too, and I'm black. That girl did not couldn't stand her. So, and that's a part of separation we don't really need, because that don't help us free ourselves at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's where people already feel they free.
It's a small-minded mentality because you're getting stuck on something that's boxed in, and it's something so small between all of us. But when we focus on trying to get,
So I guess everybody understand they're not free. We didn't get no phone calls. 718-253-4239, 718-676-0820. And tell us why you free and what makes you believe you free. This is Memorial Day.
I got a quick question, right?
Are you free?
Speaking of free, do we get the same privileges or acceptance of equality as everybody else? Because you look at this, right?
Well, first of all, they go by the area code. So right there, where you live with your area, your zip code, you will know if you're free or not. Because the first thing they ask you, what's your zip code? And I refuse to answer it when they say that. I don't have one. I don't remember. 0000.
They feel like they could redline us. Just
I know areas where it's rich, so I pick one of them. They say, you sure it's right? Yes, right. I'm from there. Use that zip code.
But that's another thing. There's certain redlining where the zip code, they're going to treat you.
Well, you know, also the social security card play a big thing too.
That's your barcode.
They know by the two numbers if you're a foreigner, and they know if you're black by a certain number.
You know, I'm also starting to feel like at this time, have you ever thought about how certain companies like Pepsi and all that, they've done blackface and all that to humiliate black folks? Have you ever felt like that was somebody said that was like a rite of passage for these companies because they so white supremacy influenced? They do anything to insult black people. It's like their new subscription for a year. It's like a renewal for a yearly subscription for these companies to get a pass for these white supremacies.
So why are we following these companies? Why don't we build our own company? Again, it goes back to economics and family structure. But we don't follow each other. We do it to an extent. We follow celebrity gossip. That's what we're interested in. What'll make us famous?
And so why don't the celebrities out there make their way by telling people, well, go support this product?
Well, they do, but here's the thing, right? It's all about treatment with these celebrities because before the celebrity was a nobody, just like how we are.
Okay, yeah, we understand. Once you pass the colored line, you become different.
Not even that. It's just
that's what they used to call it.
Because with wealth, you got nothing but amenities for yourself. Everything's a bonus. It's a gift. So all you really have to do is walk around treating people like human. because you don't need to be acting disrespectful with all the money you're making, right? So they're at that point in life, but there's, everybody else that's not at that financial strait is a liability.
But now I know y'all like the cussing and stuff in lyrics and rap. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I have an issue is, um, don't you think it can take our people back a notch backwards if we don't teach them proper English, how to communicate in the corporate world, that we should be rapping some sophisticated like they do in Africa, like you see a lot. Sophisticated words like you was using before, and I didn't know what the heck you was saying. And I made me want to get a dictionary and look it up. What is he saying?
Well,
Why can't they start raps that way and take out
because they
the
know
profanity?
that's because it doesn't have to do anything with profanity. It has to do with how they're articulating the words they're trying to give out. And the articulate ones are what they call backpack rappers. The ones that are being pushed into the mainstream are not the people that are influencing really the future. They're influencing
So so you're doing it as a style.
No.
No. This is a propaganda that's being fueled. This is what they're doing to the hip hop community. They're trying to destroy hip hop community. That's what,
Oh,
this is what that
okay.
is. Because you have plenty of rappers like me, him over here. You got people around the corner over there. They could articulate their words, but what's the focus? It's drill rap music and ignorance. They so look, the what the labels they view ignorance or what they view as how they say mocking us is down south. That's why they said they believe the music is gonna stay down south because even they themselves know. Now, for the record, don't get it twisted. Down south,
Yeah, that's the issue I got.
wait, but nobody.
I'm just going to make it real simple.
Yes,
It doesn't sell. At the end of the day, we got to eat. And what sells is violence, guns, certain other things I can't say.
So the community accepts that because it is part of the culture.
That wasn't what's really part of the culture. This is what everybody know as that wants to rap or get their money. They found out this is what the labels are willing to fund them to do.
But who do you think is in the back of that to keep you from progressing? Only the rappers are getting rich, but the followers now.
The followers are the followers.
Well, you see, that's
the followers will get bored or get interested in something.
the followers are following along.
They're entertainment. It's entertainment. It's infotainment. It's entertainment.
They'll follow anything. You got movies exploiting a
But
lot.
but some people don't know how to separate it from reality.
But that's
That's
their
a whole
problem.
other thing. When it's reality rap, there's people that go to jail. So like when you ask me to like RICO charges is real. Certain saying certain things they're piecing together. They just passed a new law in New York banning them from using your lyrics to take you to jail for what you said. But if you did the crime for real, if it's art, they label it if it's art. But if it's reality, they can take you to jail. You can do a lot of time.
Wow.
So certain things it's got to be careful.
How you word it and say it.
This is the only thing. Drill music is about murder. It's nothing about bringing the positivity or living long or being a good person in your community. It's about murder and being a murderer. That's what drill music is. So when you listen to these people talk about murder this, murder that, they're causing their own death. They're causing their community to have.
Well, you made a good point, and I'm gonna tell you why you made a good point. You kind of changed my mind a little bit. The news says it every day. The news talk about this one murdered that one, this one stabbed that one, this one killed, and people love it.
So this is what people.
So now when you think about it, you really should discriminate about the person saying the reality because you watch it on TV, the news.
But here's another thing. These people, right, that you talk about that are getting locked up, they actually, besides the fact they actually did the crime, none of them realize or live with awareness at all.
Allegedly did the crime.
Regardless of the fact, nobody's actually walking around with the awareness or wherewithal of that. There's no statute of limitations on murder.
Wow.
You could be 1,000 years old. If they found out you killed someone 1,000 years ago, they're locking your 1,000-year-old self up because there's no statute of limitation on murder.
Wow.
This is what all of them never grasp as a concept. So they keep talking about bodies, this and third. They waiting to find a discovery because there's no expiration.
Oh, because you're giving out. You're giving out. See, most people singing is singing the truth. They letting it out without knowing it.
And they
And the detectives just sitting around, go right ahead.
Oh, it's the detective.
Because they're gathering information on how you share your story. Because they know we as Black people, we sing out our feelings since the slave days. We talk about what's going on.
It's authenticity. And so if you're rapping, you're going to lose a lot of your following because it's not authentic. If you're rapping fictitious bars, they're going to, oh, like, he ain't rapping about nothing. Yeah, it's nice rap, but even if it's clean, like you said, why do we have to curse? I don't have to curse, but that's what my fans, followers like. So it doesn't sell. You're not going to sell. Conscious rap in certain parts doesn't sell. Only a few people sell. So if you don't want to make no money, then why copyright your music? Because you still got to pay distribution. You still got to pay certain people. And labels, if you're under a label, you got to do it as the label said. Regardless.
So the label make you do it. Wow.
Some. Because there are some that don't know what they want anyway. They just want the profit. They see you as the profit and they tell you to do what you need with the funding. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, so anybody out there want to get on this show? You're an artist, you're a singer, you got talent and skills, you got some professionals right here. You need to give us a call. That's 718-253-4239, 718-676-0820. If you want to get your music out there played on King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com. We welcome you to bring your music as is. So give us a call and we'll see can we get your music played on King and Queen Radio, BrooklynStation.com, and you can get an interview on 93.5 FM. So we have those opens available for you, and Dean is looking to get you on during the weekdays. You have to stay tuned for BrooklynStation.com. Check out the schedule and see what time these DJs are be playing, so you can call in and talk directly to them. Our DJ right here, yes,
you already know.
He has a show. When is your show?
So the show is on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it will be jumping on Fridays because there's a freestyle Friday situation going on.
Well, that'll be nice. For those the oldies, King and Queen. We used to have people to call in live on shows like this now, and Pro Killer would play the music as they rap on the air. They would call in, and as they call in, they would get freestyle over the phone.
This is going to be like a modern day revamp.
Modern day.
You can call in, but my preference
Well,
is
give them the time when they can call you. And if you don't get them at that number, do call 718-253-7273. So we want to get you on the air. We got two DJs and artists here. So they're looking to do business with you and to get you out there and push your music on the station. So do call because they hear you, they understand you, they're young, they got the culture. So feel free to call.
Yeah, so the Gatsby radio show, that's tomorrow and Wednesday, 9 to 11. You already know what that's about. We talk about stocks, we talk about investments, we talk about generational wealth. I talk to you about self-love. I talk to you about living long because at the end of the day, I'm not here to talk to fans that's trying to live a short life. I'm here for a long haul. So I need to talk to y'all. I need to talk to y'all and I need to change y'all minds to live long with us. Also, You know, we talk fashion, we talk music, day-to-day things, current events, music, and you know, I'm spending my whole catalog on what I do.
And anyway, you know you already. And what is your show gonna be about? Do you got an idea yet?
Well, we bringing the Brooklyn flavor. We bringing it back to Biggie. Um, we bringing it back to what's his name? Big Daddy King. We bring so we Jazzo, shout out to Jazzo. You know, certain things you can't do during the day. You know me, I'm gonna play the night show. It's coming soon. We're gonna set something up. We're gonna bring in original music, original beats, original everything. And you're gonna hear some of my music exclusively on King and Queen Radio.
Brooklyn Station.
And a lot of radio stations, if people was wondering, was asking for me. The Source, Kiss FM. A lot of people want to play my music and jump on the radio, but I'm on Flatbush, homegrown, and I'm representing this first, King Queen and Brooklyn Station.
All right. They're gonna be mad at you because they want to play your music and you chose it here. Isn't that lovely? God bless him. And folks, we had a great evening with you. We get ready to close up. I hope you enjoyed this show. We have new segment coming. All my Jamaican audience out there love you. You're gonna learn new culture, new ways, new things. We still keep our Jamaican culture going, but we're gonna learn what's going on within our communities, what's going on, what's happening. Why is our kids doing certain things? So you're gonna get a lot of knowledge. And when you need that spiritual help, make sure you call me Sister Devon. That's 718-253-7273. Again, that's 718-253-7273. And I want to say a pleasant, good evening to you and a happy Memorial Day.
I'm sorry.
When we bring the link up, turn up the street, one step out and turn up the scheme. All that work, yes I do it, that's when my breath we can't sleep. Turn up the road, up it up, grab it you want. Like me, you know if I know it, I want thing in a life, but me know, man, be a things. Man, be a guy, you look like some of your things. Sexy body, you make me up on the screen. When I make up your dream, when you go and you reach up, when you bring the link up.
Alright, money house here is y'all put up the place, man, I win. Mountain and boy when me drink. Man, I resell where you think. Make the money get well easy. Things are white with the red easy. Y'all screaming name like Chris Breezy. No for try to run in, but it's so easy. Hustle your things down, don't make you one. Protect yourself, man. No let it grow. Whether up or down, in any zone. I feel the green like the cone. Oh, we are live dog. That's how we roll. We are the things that are the goal. Make it up to the haters, thoughts in the soul. Cause we come from the same
Man, be a king. Yeah. Man, be a blind. We need like some young queens. Sexy body, girl, in me a fuck screen. When I make up when you want to look like the brains drop. Round up for them link up. One fear. One fear.
H-I-N-G-C-C.
One fear. One fear. Man fear things, man fear, good fear things.
Give me just a little smile. That's all I ask you.
King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. King and Queen Radio. KingandQueenRadio.com, 93.5 FM.
You know where we at? KingandQueenRadio.com.
Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Don't worry, don't hurry. Take it easy. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. 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 Let the good vibes get a lot stronger.
Number one, let me just treat us, love me. Simply go on, you know, me. Alright, come with me, burn on the every day, come like you today, now you tomorrow, people, show me now, we will the same of the walking of the mistake. Celebrate me. No, appreciate me. No, appreciate what the feelings like. You will never come for a while. Celebrate me. No, appreciate me. No, appreciate what the feelings like. You will never come for a while. And the more for you, big name. If I know this, you be big name. I want to hear you be big name. My brother, you be big name. Oh, your mama be done, big name. 14 Manila, big name. You be big name. Big mother, you be big name. After the you be big name. Big up, you be big name. Don't go to you be big name. I can't you be big name. Oh, you be big name. I got one to give me. So you want to make me a big. I got put on my enemies in me. So it's like, celebrate me. Now when I appreciate me. Now when I don't be say when I need you life, you will take up for a while. Celebrate me. Now when I appreciate me. Now when I don't be say when I need you life, you will take up for a while. Give me, what you deserve. If I put it up, put me for reserve. Never go back to that point. Before you give me five, you got to be big. Like it got into the big. Come here, see the little kid, you be big. Above the little things, you be big. Tell me your life, you be big. If you be hard, you be big. Stretch for life, you be big. Boy, you please, you be big. If you go, you be big. Now, something said, you be big. I'm ready to be big. Tell you about you dreaming. Because you be in my body, say you be dreaming. I feel better to be dreaming. I feel like you be dreaming. So you must be very ready. Now I say I appreciate me. Now I say I don't be say when I need you like you will take up for a while. Celebrate me. Now I say I appreciate me. Now when I look me see when I leave this life, you gonna take up for my God. Just don't steal the boss, you dumb. Why is that? See me brother did feel, see me brother did feel, a dream. See me brother did feel, one leap and the passing. Some are lonely sometimes, some of them only pass away sometimes. They don't feel sometimes, some people you keep on sometimes. Me feel then sometimes people are lonely sometimes. I feel still real every time when life is like that. People, so people say don't kill people, if I'm not letting know. I want this to be here, but feeling money, that's what we do. Your tears are being wet up. Me feel it, I'm with up. Right now, you keep on a joke like that. Boy, you don't step on me, you think to the chair, you are play one day, one year. And it is like that, you up on your place, get shit on you. Now you're going to feel the end of my push and you will not feel one night like that. Can't get to you. Boy, them a team up, I try to feel that me know if I bring that life on you. It's real, see me brother, it's real. See me brother, it's real. See me brother, it's real. Before you pass it's real. See me brother, it's real. Brother, it's real. See me brother, it's real. My prayer feels the Lord. Be a bad player, people like them just slap for you. Sweep up like food. Nothing like that. Cook up, quick like so you forget my things, we don't blow like fire. I'm bad mind, one of the fastest thing will make my machine. Never know when man a sing pan fire. Know me, I want you to this like fire. Oh, let's do me that brother, make my say man turn you in a half things. I am more you just a spread man name. We cling to the chain, you a play one leg man name. Try set me up when you play that shit. Try new one up, I am out of you. It's dream, say brother the dream. Brother the dream, say me brother the dream. The more you want to dream, say me brother the dream. It's dream, say me brother the dream. Keep on shit. I think that see. I used to go get it comes when I 1 to 10, and it comes 10 minutes to 12. 10 minutes, it gonna come 10 minutes. So yesterday they waited, stayed there, kept me sitting in there for 20